Hey guys, my name is Marcus and welcome to my channel. Today I'm here to give you an overview of the indoor water park Big Splash Adventure located in Flint Lake, Indiana. It is an indoor water park that showcases a whole bunch of indoor water slides, sprinklers, floats, levee rivers, and a whole host of activities for you and your family to enjoy. Now, it is open every day of the week, 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. The general admission for adults is $25. I believe it is free for children. Senior citizens get in at $20. Now, the general admission prices can get a little funny. You would think that the $25 would be for adults and kids would get in free, but it looks like you have to be under 46 inches tall to be able to get in free. For an example, I'm 6'2". 6'2" in inches is 74. I've been 6'2" since I was in the 7th grade, so I guess that's not going to really apply to, overly grown children. So keep that in mind. Now, for the water park itself, there are 3 to 4 different large water slides that you can go on. The lazy river is very fun itself. Showcases a whole lot of sprinklers and spouts, and also the water slide at the very front of the park can accommodate for the little ones as well. My daughter is 5 and she got on it just fine. Now, there are going to be some height requirements for some of the bigger water slides. I saw a sign for 46 inches as being the height requirement to get on those slides. That sounds about normal, at least when I compare them to the other water parks around my own city and the water parks at Disney World. Definitely a positive atmosphere overall. There are plenty of lifeguards around the establishment. I think I counted at least 10 to 15 lifeguards on duty throughout the 2 to 3 hours that we were in the park itself. And they did seem to be very active, as I did hear a lot of whistleblowing and direction giving, not just sitting there and looking nonchalant about the responsibility of being a lifeguard. Now, we visited the park during the time of March. It was definitely freezing outside. It was about 25 to 30 degrees when we entered the establishment. Now, in the big water splash room itself, I'd say it's about a good 70, 75 degrees in there. Definitely gets a bit chilly when you go into the water and then you get out. But once you're actually inside of the water, they do a fantastic job of keeping the water somewhat warm so that you don't freeze. Now, I do give the park itself credit for having plenty of room to sit around and chill. If you do not want to be involved in the water festivities, there is an extra upstairs area that you can go at and chill if you did not want to join your family in the water. Now, like I stated before, we did visit the park in March, so all of the outdoor pools and water fun outside was closed for the season, but I believe it is scheduled to open in May once it starts to get warm outside. So maybe we will take another trip here when it starts to get warm. So it was plenty of activities in the normal pools as well. They had balls to play around with, basketball goes. That was definitely the highlight for me. I personally have never been a water slide guy, but you definitely throw me a ball and I'll shoot some hoops in the pool all day long. Now, there were rules plastered all over the park for safety. Your typical no running, no shoving. Make sure you grab a floaty or a ring when you're going into the lazy pool. Also want to state out that they do have a baby pool for the little ones as well. My daughter is a little bit too old for that now. We definitely hopped into the bigger kids pool to have fun, but if you have infants up until about year 3 of age, there is fun for them to be had as well. Now, this is a review of the establishment. If I had to point out one specific nitpick that I noticed throughout our time there, when you're in a public pool and you feel like you can smell the chlorine coming off of the pool, and that's how you can tell that it's recently been cleaned. I really didn't get that notion here. There was no sense that the water had been cleaned in any recent memory. I didn't smell any chlorine at all. So that's definitely something to take note of. Anybody that runs the establishment takes a look at this video. But they did have plenty of life jackets to offer to the little ones if they didn't know how to swim. There is a first aid station as well that is available if somebody gets hurt. Overall, all in all, I can clearly state that my family had a wonderful time at this establishment. Now, they do offer a Chuck E. Cheese Discovery Zone style arcade room for people that want to take a break from swimming. District Classic, your bowling, your arcade games, Deal or No Deal. I know it's a basketball game in there as well. Lucky Streak, kind of your gambling style. You win tickets, you take your tickets to the front counter, and you can win yourself a prize. That's all well and good. Nothing personally that myself or my family had any interest in, but it is there for people that is interested in it. Now, there is plenty of dining and seating options if you want to have lunch or dinner within the establishment. It's going to be just your typical stadium fast food fare. You got your pizzas and your nachos, hot dogs, corn dogs, just a grilled chicken, hamburgers, cheeseburgers. We ended up ordering a pizza and giving that a try. I mean, if you've ever had a Chuck E. Cheese pizza or, that typical cardboard Little Caesars pizza, it's going to be right up your alley here. Definitely not the best pizza I've ever had in my life, but I was starving and it got the job done. This ran us about $18 for an adult-sized pizza. I also offer a souvenir shop for people that are interested in that as well, for all of you travel enthusiasts. Now, we talked about pricing at the beginning of the video, but I do want to let everyone know that you do have to go to the official website to place an order for your tickets. So as you're seeing here, 46 inches and above, $24.95. Senior citizens, and under 46 inches, $20. And under 2, you do get in for free. Now, I do also have to point out that the tickets works on a reservation system. If you've ever been to Disney World, you know exactly where I'm going. You can't just decide one day randomly, like, I'm going to go to the Big Splash Park. Most likely, it's going to be sold out. It might not be, but most likely it won't be. So you're going to have to take the initiative and order your tickets in advance so that you can secure your spot. Now, the cool thing about this establishment is that they do offer hotel room stays if you're interested in that. Now, those rooms on a nightly basis run between $130 to about $175 from the prices that I saw. Depends on which booking the reservation website that you go through. You got Booking, Priceline, Expedia, TripAdvisory. Now, towards the end of our trip, I was able to get a quick glance inside of one of the rooms while it was being cleaned. Pretty normal. Had one single bed in the room. I believe they do offer a double bed rooms as well. Looks like one bathroom, orange walls, yellow walls. Pretty cool, man. Pretty standard. Now, for my final thoughts on Big Splash Adventure, if you're driving through French Lick, Indiana, would I recommend giving this place a try? Yeah, absolutely, man. It was a great time. It was a fun time. It really was. Would I recommend that you would continue to have fun for a full 2 days if you did an overnight stay? That's debatable. I feel like by the end of a full 1 day adventure, you'd probably be a little bored by day 2. But, that's just my personal opinion. I'm not a huge water park enthusiast, but I mean, if you love water parks, I'm sure you can find something to enjoy about the park, throughout a 2-day stay, especially if it's warm outside and the outdoor adventures were open as well. Now, if you lived across the other side of the country and you were thinking about flying out to Indiana just to do this park, you might be a little disappointed. Just saying. All right, man, that's going to do it for me here. So if you enjoyed this video, if it was informative for you, please do me a favor and hit that like button. I would really appreciate it. If you want to see more content just like this, you can follow me at youtube.com/project79. I am also on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And as always, my friends, thank you for the support. I love you guys for allowing me to do what I have always loved to do and receive a minimal income for it. I will see y'all on the next one. Catch y'all later. Bye.